What's going on? What's going on, world? We are back with another hot topic with Split the Difference podcast, man. And I am one half of the difference, Rich Rocky.
And I'm Pops.
Hey, man. And once again, we just appreciate everybody for taking about 20 to 25 minutes of your Sunday to come and just hang out with Rich Rocky and Pops on our platform, man. And we just appreciate everything you all have been doing. I think we have probably about, what you think, Pops, about 10 episodes now up on YouTube and all the other platforms?
It's more than 10.
10?
Yeah, it might be about, it should be a little bit
I
over
know
10.
we got a lot of short videos and things like that, but as far as episodes, I think we got about 10 to 11. But if y'all got any ideas on topics, and I know y'all seen our one of our new formats we're doing. Last week we had a couple DM us, and this is kind of, we want to just incorporate a lot of things, man. So we had a couple DM us, some things, and we basically use their topic. So what I'm saying is interact with us. Hit us on the DM, mention us, follow us. And where you can do that at, my Pops is about to tell you. Pops, let them know where they can follow us at and like, comment, subscribe, all that good
Hey, you
stuff.
can catch us on all your social media platforms. That's YouTube, Spotify,
Mm-hmm.
of course, Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, YouTube,
Either one.
either one. Yeah. And at Split the Difference 67. That's all one word, Split the Difference 67. All social media platforms.
There
Yeah.
you have it, man. Split the difference 67. And again, man, while we just let the people log in and tap on the split the difference on whatever platform, man, we just once again, because we can't stress it enough how much a subscribe means to us, how much a like and a comment means to the platform. So we just again want to appreciate everybody who's taken 20 to 25 minutes of Sunday and then throughout the week liking, comment, and subscribe, man. All that stuff, I promise you, it might seem small to you all, but it's a part of the bigger picture of what me and Pops are trying to do for y'all through entertainment and opinion. Now, we are about to get to it because I think that's enough time for everybody to get in. That's about 3 to 5 minutes right there. So everybody should be in. And if they come in the middle, we'll catch them up.
Okay.
But Pops, I kind of want to get to it today because we kind of have another situation like last week. Somebody hit us in the DM about something. Oh, Pops,
All
I'll
right.
give it over to you.
All right. I guess before we do the topic, I'm gonna try to get in it, and it's kind of lengthy. I've been trying to find a way to cut this letter down from a guy named Anthony. He's talking about his work. I'm gonna try to give you some of it. Let's see. The guy's name is Mark. He's been at his job 12 years. Never late, not lazy, never loud. He's one of the folks that people depend on when everything goes left. His name is he's built his name brick by brick. No shortcuts, no excuses. He's that dude at the office everybody respect, always calm, always collected. He got a six-figure income, never had a write-up, never been pulled in the back office until everything changed. They got new management.
Okay.
And sometimes we know how new management was. So I'm trying to paraphrase the letter because it was so long. The new management came through. They came through with a different walk, different talk, and a different energy. Didn't care about the history of who did what or how you did it. They came to make their mark. And the first thing they did was test the strongest one in the company, which was Anthony. They started leaving him out of the meetings, questioning his work skills, why he's doing certain things, the way he was doing it. But he just kept a calm attitude until one day he couldn't take it no more. So they say the letter said he went and sat in his car, had a little talk with himself, came back in, spoke his mind because he wasn't going to do it because he made so much money. He wants us to know. He want to know from us. I think he was saying if we thought that he did the right thing and handled it correctly.
So what did he do again? What did he do again? What did he do?
He's a guy
What?
that's been out of company.
Yeah, I understand, but what is he?
Basically, what they
He
was
never
trying
said
to
what he
do,
did.
they was trying to get rid of him.
Right.
Everybody was telling him that he should have been more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But he played it cool,
Right.
because he didn't want to lose his job.
Okay.
He had a six-figure job, but it had got to be real stressful. Because I've seen what sometimes new management comes in and just change everything.
Right.
And your generation is fly off the handle real easy
Mm-hmm.
about that type of stuff. I know when you started working for me, I used to have to calm you down a little bit in our company because you was ready to go off. And I'm like, hold up, you know what I'm saying? This manager probably is going, every time there's a new manager, it's the new sheriff in town attitude. As far as I'm concerned, it's not always that something needs to be changed, but people are always trying to change something. So they start messing with Anthony, just getting him and getting him. How do you think he should handle it?
Yeah, Anthony, man, that's a disrespect is never tolerated.
But he
Um,
got but his issue is I think with him is that, most of your young people saying, well, man, you just need to walk out. But this man got a six-figure income with a family.
that's that's why I say disrespect will never be tolerated, but it's a thin line between you just having to, I guess, just suck it up and take it because you got, like you said, it's a 6-figure job, so you can't just go off anybody. But at the same time, I'm younger. I ain't dealing with that. I
And
ain't
that's what
dealing
I
with it.
say. Your
I ain't,
generation,
I ain't dealing with it.
they seem to not care. They would just walk out. But I'm saying he didn't walk out, and I think he did the right, even though there was disrespect. You have to be calm because you got people depending on you. So sometimes you have to take a little bit of that stuff. I look at it like they're probably not going to be that long anyway. Most of the managers I've seen come
Right.
through will run everybody off, and then 3 months later, they're gone too.
Yep.
If you could have just kept a little patience. But what I do like what Marcus did, not Marcus, that's from last week. What Anthony did was when I think he did a smart thing by not blowing up.
He took time.
He took time
Right.
because
And
I
I
didn't get the
agree.
whole letter out because it was so long. But Marcus was saying, not Marcus, that's from last week. Anthony is saying, I'm sorry, Anthony, that he took everything that he was doing. He started taking notes when they got there. Where I'm saying young folk would just walk out, but he started playing chess and not checkers.
Right.
He started making calculated moves so they couldn't get rid of him.
And that's what I do want to, I did want to say, like, other than what Anthony could do, the other peaceful way to do it was to just start peeling back, because I'm pretty sure since he was that much of a model employee, I'm pretty sure he was going a little bit overboard than what he should have been doing. So if he probably would have just showed up to work and did exactly what he was only supposed to do, and not more, not less, then they probably would have
Okay.
started noticing some things within the company began to change, which would have been another way of kind of like his way of silent protesting against the new management. Be it because he's an asset. Now, if he wasn't an asset, then he couldn't move like that. But knowing that he's an asset, which is probably why he did what he did, because he knew he's like, I'm an asset, and in due time, y'all gonna see.
And I guess I didn't get that topic. The topic for today would have been when a good employee meets bad management. And
Okay.
sometimes, we're supposed to be splitting the difference in generation, but some of these people come in, they're coming in with the wrong attitude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Their intentions is to have it their way or no way. And I understand, sometimes people bring new management in. I get that. But is everything wrong about the company?
Let me play this. Let me do on this side for the management though, because I'm like this. If whoever brought me in here, they seen a problem with what was here, so I'm here to stir things up. What if that's the side of the management though?
But I get it.
It's just like replacing a head coach. I wouldn't be here if the last man did his
Right.
job.
But I would say if you are the head coach and you coming in and you got a number one quarterback, the manager needs to do his job before he just start picking everybody. Now, if you got a number one quarterback that's on their team 12 years, he's still throwing touchdowns.
Okay.
Why would you go after the number one quarterback just to prove? Well, here's the thing, and I guess that I've just answered my own question. Sometimes the employee is so good that they will, because of the employee's attitude, they will go to the employee before they go to the manager, and the manager is upset because the employee is going to him,
Yeah.
so he started taking it out on the number one
On the
worker.
guy. Yeah.
Instead of trying to say, hey, if I'm the manager, I don't care as long as the work getting done.
Right.
I don't have a problem. If the problem ain't with the number one employee, you're taking it out on the wrong person.
Right.
Taking it out on Anthony was wrong.
And that go back to what you said. A lot of them just want the title and just to say I'm the big dog in the building right now.
Mhm.
So I think that's part of the problem. Why they change things too.
Right. So here's what I'm saying. We got Anthony, but I'm gonna try to bring in. Say we got a McDonald's employee, and we're talking about good employee meet bad management. I think a lot of that's gonna be a problem in the future. I don't know if we're gonna have any good employees because nobody want to stay. I know in the medical field, which we clean a lot of medical offices, and people are changing out like water. No loyalty. And I think managers are getting tired because I spend hundreds of dollars sending you to train to work for my company. You get trained, you work for me for 2 weeks. I'm paying you the salary that you wanted. But now you $3 down to somebody who's gonna give you 50 cents more an hour. Now you're gonna leave me and call me. So I think a lot of managers are coming in being mad, and that's why they're bringing new managers in, because the new managers are saying, "Hey, I don't care how long you've been here. I certain things I want done because people are leaving so fast now. Everybody just jumping our boat, going down the street."
I mean, but on the flip side though, the people, the business ain't really offering people anything either. On the same side, they want to, just like you said, a person want to use you up as soon as they find the next best thing. You gone. That's how the business is. Well, I'm not gonna say as soon as they find the next best person, because they can always find somebody. But as soon as you need to be off or something, or as soon as you need to take a short day or something like that,
Right.
it's like you're nobody to the bit. All right. Well, if you got to take this one day off, then don't come back. If you got to take this half, so why don't
I never understood
if
that.
I know it's gonna be a playing the fence type relationship, then I'm gonna play the fence too.
And that's one reason I end up in business for myself, because I was working at a company, which I was a supervisor of the area that I was working, but I needed a day off, and we wasn't even doing that at the job.
Exactly.
But they want to push around it. No, no, you can't be off. I'm like, but I'm here doing nothing.
Yeah.
I'm here doing nothing. So I get that. I get why some employees are the way they are, but still, managers have to give an account when those employees walk out.
Yeah.
They are at the end of the day. We just seen on the news not too long ago. I can't remember if it was a Crystal somebody. One person working in the restaurant. It was the manager.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was a Burger King or something
Yeah,
like that.
one person
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
And and I know we're talking about good employees. What in the world? You know what? I with the I'm not gonna be mad at nobody younger, or with the state the world is in right now. We with the layoffs, with the political, and we're not political, but I think they're playing games with the people. Democrats, Republicans alike. They're all playing the game.
Well, it's
We
all
got
a
people
game.
we got people sitting at home, but the ones that, and I'm not political, so I'm saying if you're gonna cut checks at this level, cut everybody check. Nobody get paid. Nobody in government get paid.
That's
That's
and
how it should be.
and that's how I am with business. I know it don't sound right, and I know it'll never be right. But the CEO shouldn't be able to walk in this building and do anything that the janitor shouldn't be able to do. I know it's not right, but that's just how I feel. Oh, here he go. Is this Mike John? I see a Mike John comment.
Mike John, we got to find out who this
Let's
cat
see
is.
what he got today.
What is Mike saying? What is he saying? Also, read that for us.
Mike John.
Just remember, every person is not built to be a leader. Some will be a supervisor, others will be managers, but only a few will be good leaders.
And that's true.
Yeah, that's true, Mike John. But I'm a still go at you. I'm gonna start with you early. Does that mean, even though I don't think that I'm a leader, or I might not be the supervisor or the manager, does that mean I have to take disrespect from somebody who is? I don't think just because you have a title of a leader or manager that I should have to take disrespect. From my knowledge, leaders shouldn't even really, they shouldn't be disrespectful. Leaders create leaders in my mind.
And I agree with you to that.
So being a butthole just because you have a bigger salary than somebody, or you have a title, or you have the keys, it shouldn't mean anything. So I do respect most of the comment, but I want you to come back at the rebuttal that I had. That's kind of what we talking about. We talking about the disrespectful part of management.
Yep, yep. And it's I've seen. I mean, we work at a lot of buildings. I've seen some great managers.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen some great doctors. They're so great. They give us Christmas gifts, even though we're not their employees.
Yep.
And I've seen some that you just ain't gonna never please, man.
Right.
And I don't get it. I'm like, I don't understand why some managers are the way they are. But I really don't understand why Anthony is been on the job 12 years, and all of a sudden he's become a problem for no reason. And you know, I'm quite sure if he was at a Burger King or at McDonald's, he could just walk out, because with that kind of money. But when you get at those six-figure level, yeah, you got to kind of play it smart. What Mike say?
Your attitude is from your upbringing. If you're disrespectful at home, you're probably going to be the same at work.
Yeah, I agree with you to a certain degree on that, Mike. But I will say sometimes, like these kids, they're respectful at home, but when they hit these streets, they somebody totally different. I always used to, when my kids were younger, Rich, Rocky, and Zay, I said, I know there are some people that knows sizes of my kids that I don't know, because your kid's gonna only show you the side that you want to see. So there's probably another adult who really knows another side of your kid. I'm not gonna say better than you, but knows it. So they can be respectful at home, and go hit them streets like.
And then Mike John, I want to add though, Mike John, I want to add to that comment too, cause I'm gonna keep coming back
Listen,
at you.
that reminded me of my partner. I had a partner, Andre. He was a bad kid at home, but when he went out in the work world, he was totally different. He was a great person.
And that I'm finna hit on that too, Mike John.
He became managers too.
A lot of people are that way around a certain group of people because that's their title. But when they get around their family, they're not bossy. They get slapped around. They don't have no say so. But just because they go in the workplace and their job is a supervisor, then they put on a mask. So I don't know if I agree with that that statement 100% either. Mike, I'm cooking Mike John today. I was ready for him all week.
What she's saying?
Yeah, let's get Stephanie in. She's a frequent watcher.
We got definitely have to lead by example. You can be in position of authority and still be respectful. And then Mike John came back with something. He said, "See, the Boomer and Gen X generations were taught to be respectful no matter where you are. These new generations have a lack of respect for everyone."
Yeah, yeah. And Stephanie, you're right, and Mike, you're definitely right. The new generation, they don't respect nothing.
But a lot of the managers are still y'all generation. Well, the boomers and the X's.
Well, it's
right? Millennials. We not really supervisors and managers and stuff like that yet, unless it's our own.
They start for your generation. They got so tired of dealing with your people, so they start saying, "Let's find a way to let them work at home because we don't want to have to deal with them. Just let them clock in and do that work on that computer."
No, that.
Well, not your generation. It's the ones after you. These ones that are coming out now, they're on something different. They're on something different.
But when you see the workplace, I still even vouch for these young folk. I still even vouch for the ones younger than me. Who wants to go up in there and have to deal with this stuff all day? Not to mention, if I'm working somewhere, I'm dealing with people with attitudes. But if I say something, I'ma still get fired, and I'm not even wrong.
Here's the thing, and I'm not. Managers need to be good managers, but you know what? And I'm just thinking after seeing some of the stuff that we see on our job sites, people supposed to be working, but they round the corner on the phone. You know, they got to have their phones inside the workplace. What manager wants to deal with this all day long? That'll make you go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, now you know you're not supposed to have a phone, and you tell them that, they want to cuss you out.
I agree.
Well, we told you what the criteria were when you first came through the door. Nobody wants to meet them. There must be something going on back there, Austin. We got something new. Yeah, I mean, we tell you what the criteria are.
I agree with that.
You know, and most of the young people now they just don't want to work.
What Mike John said at the bottom. Look at how the who.
Just look at the school of how disrespectful the kids are to teachers and administrators.
Oh yeah. Man, we said that a couple of weeks ago. I wouldn't even want to be a teacher.
And that's where it all. Well, that's not where it all starts, but that's where it grows at. They ain't listening at the home, but when they dealing with the parents, they don't think the parents. Well, the parents don't even establish no authority. So then they take it to the school, and the school is a macro or a micro thing of the workplace, right? You go in there every day, you got to lead us a certain thing you got to do while you're there. And they're not showing the teacher no respect. So when I graduate, why would I show the next person who say they in authority, why would I show them any respect?
Well, people your age are part of why the kids are the way they are in the school system anyway. Managers, because when you were going to school, if the teacher called me, my first impulse was not to go up there and whoop the teacher's tail. Now, with your generation, if somebody called one of y'all, y'all first thing is because the kid already been on beta, they bad as hell anyway. They coming home telling you lies every day.
Mm-hmm.
They lying every day. Come on. Now, did you lie on your teacher sometime? I did. And my mama fell for it.
I don't even remember.
Oh, hell. Yes, you do remember.
So many,
you know you don't lie on your teacher.
So many times, dog. I don't even remember.
But I'm saying, so the kids are baiting the parents up every day. So the parents that are thinking that the teacher is really jumping on them. Now,
right.
You were one of those kids. Every teacher you ever had didn't like you. Let you tell it. And when I went to meet the teacher, they were some of the nicest thing and said some of the nicest thing about you. And I used to ask you, how do you go through all these grades and every teacher in every grade hates Damian Gordon?
Hey,
it had to be the kid.
It could be my style, man.
If I had fought every teacher, I would never got out of jail. I'd still be in there because I got a criminal. Because I would have been fighting from kindergarten, preschool.
But let's turn a joke into something for real though. At home, I had sense, but it's just like that supervisor. It's just like that supervisor. When you get somewhere and You know, you might have a little freedom. You got a little name, so you feel like you got to live up to the class clown. You got to live up to the dude who talk too much.
But guess
You
what?
got to live up
You're
to the
right.
best athlete. I felt like when you get to the supervisor, I guess some people just think,
But I'm seeing. But guess what?
what?
That same kid that did that in school is now supervisor. And that's why all my employees hate to see you coming because they like, somebody finna get fired.
No, it ain't that.
Every time you come around, they like, somebody must finna get fired.
I'm not. No, it's. I understand things has to be right,
And that's
and
all your teacher was trying to
but
tell you.
some supervisors don't know how to accurately, give the message without being a idiot about the situation. You've had me go show some people things in certain businesses. I ain't walk up in there, hey, look at this, bro. Look at this, is dirty. It's dirty right here. You need to get up here. No, it's a certain way to be a supervisor to where people want to deal with you. Like you said earlier, people want to deal with this employee because the way he act, quite frankly, that's how it is at a lot of places. We rather deal with, I know churches that they rather deal with the trumpet player rather than the MD because the trumpet player just cooler than the MD. Things like that. Let's hit these comments. I see we got
What
something
Stephanie
else.
said.
Mike John came back with one. I would say you are already starting off wrong on this podcast, but you're following your father. We couldn't wear hats inside, so it started at home. And then we got Stephanie May. She's just following up saying Mike John is wilding in the comments.
What Mike John say?
So now he talking.
Pretty much, the apple don't
So
fall too much from the
I
tree.
can take it, Mike John, but now you talking about my father, man. So
Mike John,
let's dissect
John.
what he said.
I don't. You know what, Mike? It's just a strange thing you would say that, Mike John, because I was watching. This is the truth. I was watching a program today talking about apples fall from the tree because I don't normally wear hats on the inside. I stopped. I was watching the church service today, and I'm not going to call it church service online. And I seen all the men down at the altar with their hats on. Now, Mike John, you seem like a guy that's my age or older. How you talking?
Got to be older.
In my day, you did not wear hats inside the building. It didn't matter. It was no color line on it. If you was white, black, green, blue, no men ever wore hats. Even if you was a cowboy, you never wore hats inside the building. So I got a hat on. He got his hat on. So I guess you're right.
And one thing, my dad did teach me though, Mike John, was that if I had something to say it with your chest, man, and be a man about it. And we don't know who you are, Mike John. And for a whole week, you had an opportunity to DM us who you were. You still ain't got no picture. That's what's wrong with employees. They come in as fake people. They be fake. So we don't know who we hiring. So now we got that. Now we got to act up because we got somebody fake in our business, and they could just be like you. You just in here causing stuff because you ain't have to say that. You just in my business, just stirring up stuff. You ain't have to bring my pops into it. You just agreeing with.
What was the comment? I know he said something. What was that?
He was saying.
What was that
Yeah,
comment?
let's reread the comment.
Again. What was that comment?
I would say you are already starting off wrong on this podcast, but you're following your father. We couldn't wear hats inside, so it starts at home.
And I bet your big ass sitting at home with a hat on your head right now.
I want to know who Mike John is, man.
You need to reveal yourself, big guy, or woman, or striped flag person. I don't know who you are.
We don't care if you're any one of those people. We don't care. He not saying that. We just want to know who you are.
And you're probably a manager or been a manager.
That's what's wrong.
You have been a manager.
Maybe Anthony worked for him.
And you probably the manager.
I think you're Anthony's manager.
You probably the manager. Anthony might be talking about you, Mike, and you might be the manager who messed with the employees, who was dating employees. You know that your manager's not supposed to date employees. Did you do that, Mike? Tell me, Mike, did you do that?
Man, Pops, man, we ain't gonna keep going on with Mike, man. We're gonna give him a whole nother week to let him know who he is. And we're gonna be leaders and show people that you don't go back and forth with ignorance. And like we have some people at some business try to egg us on and get us all hot. As a supervisor, let's just show them how we handle people like Mike.
Mike, you're fired.
Oh, wow, man.
That's how we handle. We don't have to go back and forth. We are the
Mike, all right. Well, I wasn't expecting that much.
And we way over time with Mike. But Anthony, I think you did the right thing. You got your ducks in a row according to your letter. You went in. You didn't go in hostile. You played chess while they played checkers because when you presented yourself, according to you, you still have your job. New management. Well, you said 2 of them are gone, which usually happens anyway. So that's what I'm saying. And just what you said with Mike. We're not going to argue. We're going to stick our ground. We've been doing this for a minute. He just came on. He shoot it
right
for a few episodes.
We've been doing this, dog.
Yeah. We true to it, bro. We ain't new to it. Yes, sir.
There it is.
We're gonna go up in there.
Hey man, I definitely
We gotta
appreciate
get out of here.
everybody because we only want to do 20 minutes. Even Mike John, even though we know he ain't got nothing else to do we know they ain't got nothing to do all day.
Mike, what his name?
Mike John.
You like, are you lonely tonight?
We appreciate everybody, man. Everybody for hopping on, even Mike John, man. So once again, man, that is split the difference. If you have
Who was that?
anything,
Who was that on? Okay.
all right,
What's up,
there
Mike?
it is, man. We don't like to take up too much of your time, man. We just like to get on here, entertain it, have an opinion for a few minutes. And so we appreciate y'all, and we will see y'all next week. Split the difference.